Hey everybody, Jay the Haitian over here. I am here on this beautiful day. Going to make a video for you guys. Something that happened to me earlier today. Well, something that's been happening all week actually. And as you guys know, for those of you that follow, it is the retrograde period. I'm not exactly sure when it's over. I'm still learning about these things myself along my spiritual journey, but uh, it's affecting, at least affecting me to an extent. So I have to be mindful of pretty much what I say, and I do that anyway. But I'm being more mindful just so that way, because for me, I believe, of course, what I speak is what I put into existence and what will create my reality. So I don't want to speak ill of anything, anybody, or myself. So am very particular about my words. So I choose my words carefully. But this video is going to be about finding the positive in pretty much everything. And as you guys know, I make certain videos that already cover the subject, but I'm going to keep making videos about it just because it needs to be reiterated over and over and over again. Because to give you an example as far as why I find myself needing to find it positive in everything is because of certain circumstances that have present itself, or that might be your current situation, whether it's a job, a relationship, a money, whatever it might be, and you not only just letting that be what it is, but also looking forward to what is to come, and basically finding the positive in whatever struggles you might be going through. Now, with me, I don't like to say I go through anything bad. I'm really kind of iffy on even using the word challenges, but they're more so for me. I think I might call them character building sessions or something like that, because at the end of the day, that's basically what I'm doing, is building my character. Like the person that I am today would not I would not have seen this person or have thought about seeing this person years ago. So everything is going to be adding on to everything you experience is going to be added on to who you are and who you're going to ultimately become and who you're growing to be. Um, this morning I was actually out doing Lyft, and my week hasn't been trying, but I've been put on to take on this different type of title at work for the last week. Actually going on for the rest of this week, and it's been making my ass very tired. But I have been taking it as a challenge to understand what it is to actually be a boss, be a manager, and being able to be in charge of a number of people, and learning a lot about myself along the way. And of course, I've been in manager positions, but none to the effect of having to be so hands-on and having to be so in your face. So that's something that I actually have had to learn more of this week, and I haven't had taste of it before, but it seems like it's really just imminent in my face as far as this week goes. So to piggy off of how I was already feeling from work, and starting off Lyft this morning, because I do Lyft in the morning and go right to work after. So started off with doing Lyft this morning, and in the middle of one of my Lyft rides, the tire pops, tire blows, right? The back tire on the passenger side just goes flat. So I'm already thinking like, I'm not gonna be those type of people where I used to be in the past, where I would count up my fuck ups or the shit that's happening to me, right? So I'm not gonna say, well, this has already been going on at work. This is how I already been feeling, and this is what's going on now. And then the tire blows. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to count my misfortunes. This is not gonna do me any good. So instead, while I'm down there replacing the tire with the passenger still in the car, I jack up the car. I'm like, you know what? There's gotta be a reason for this. The universe obviously wants me to sit my ass down, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I can't do shit but smile about it at the end of the day. Thank God I know how to change a tire. Did it within less than 10 minutes. I hate the jacks, by the way, that they have in these new cars. I don't understand. It's a newer vehicle. Why is it that I have to have a difficult jack? But I made it work for myself, so got in and out. I was gonna give the rider her a ride for free, but she demanded that I did not do that. So there's that. So it's these little things that, of course, will add on to how you already feel. It's gonna make it seem like it's just the world is piling on bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit. when in actuality, it's just preparing you for what's to come. And that's the mindset that I've actually put myself into by also accepting what does come to play, but also understanding that I do have the power to change up my circumstances depending on what they are. Some things you cannot control, and other things that you actually can do something about. So I could have just been like, well, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and still get out and do these rides on this spare tire, with risking, of course, more situations going on with that. So I decided to not do that, and decided to take heed to what the universe was practically telling me, was to sit down. And even on my way home, getting gas, I saw quadruple fives. So, of course, letting me know there's a change coming, which I've already been seeing on my check stub last week, a whole bunch of other stuff. It just, and not to say, of course, how much I made per se, but it's like those numbers just kept coming in repetitive. You know what I mean? So that was like, I already know it. I already know it. It just always those situations where you know something's getting ready to happen, and then you have a pile on of different things that start showing up in your journey, was like one after another. But in actuality, it's not to harm you. It's not to make you feel any type of way. It's really to prepare you for what is to come. Because you can't receive what you want in the future if you still have the mindset of the past. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't want to be in that mind frame of counting the shit that's going against me, quote unquote, because they're not going against me. They're actually working for me. I just have to put my mind in that element. Because I don't want to be the type of person that every time something happens that I'm finding myself emotional about it, I'm crying about it, I'm complaining about it. And that's not going to do me or anybody else any good. And at the end of the day, nobody wants to fucking hear it. So, finding the positive in everything that's going on is beneficial to you and everybody around you. Alright? Because you can either be beaten by the bullshit or you can take control of the bullshit. And I'd rather to take control of it. I'd rather to be on top of it. Just like Abraham says, which I actually listened to on my way home after dropping off my last ride, and just taking yourself and putting yourself ahead of whatever is going to come your way. You know, like you putting yourself in the vortex already, so you're already ahead of whatever thing is going to try to switch up your emotions or have you feeling in a certain type of way. This way, you can't be swayed by it. You know, it's not going to affect anything. So that's where I find myself being, especially now. And when you start seeing yourself being more in those types of situations more often, it's usually because, for me, I find it as a way to really understand what's happening, so that way I can use it to my benefit. Because otherwise, if you're not being aware of what's going on around you, how you're reacting to certain situations, then you're only going to be a slave to it. So I'd rather not be a slave to my bullshit or whatever is coming my way, and instead be aware, use it, flip it, whatever I need to do, so that way it works for me. You know, and if I might not see now exactly why I have experienced it or why I had to go through it, it will show itself in the future. Alright, and you just never know. So that's where I actually have been at mentally with a lot of that. And I want you guys to also take that same concept when it comes to whatever you got going on. Because even if there's something that you're doing right now, you might not know why you're in it, might not know why you have to do it, but because it seemed like at that time that's what presented itself to you, and that's what God of the universe actually gave you, and you took that opportunity, you know, and it's not for no reason. So, like I always say, don't do shit without a purpose, you know, and even if you might not know why you're doing it, just do it until whatever is next available for you presents itself, because there's always another opportunity. All right. That's pretty much it for this video for today. I'm going to try to see if I can get some more work done before I go to work. I'm ready for this weekend. I'm going to get in some more water. I am going to be relaxed. I'm trying to work on being more in a relaxed state, which I usually am, but it's like when I'm on the go, usually doing a lot of movements, moving around a lot, working a lot. So I'm going to work on simplifying a lot of shit in the next month. So that way my mind doesn't have a whole lot of shit going on in it, and as well as my body is not being strained and pushed from one side to the next type shit. So at the end of the day, health comes first, mental, of course, go along with that, and I want you guys to take care of yours as well, because it is very important. If you can't take care of that, you can't take care of nothing else, and nothing else is going to be relevant at that point. So with that being said, I love y'all, care for y'all, I want y'all to be great, continue to keep doing the things that you're doing, and you will see the success so you can reap your rewards. Alright? Thank y'all for watching as always and for the support. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Alright?